Well, before the break, we showed you part of our coverage of a statewide lockdown at prisons across the state of Texas.
Texas Department of Criminal Justice says the amount of violence, drugs, and contraband are at an all-time high, and KSAT investigates Leigh Waldman was given exclusive access inside a prison in Huntsville where she saw the problems firsthand.
Leigh joins us now more to talk about this story. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Good to have you with us. So the number of homicides to triple from one year to the next, that is significant. And is this a problem that other places are experiencing as well?
Well, we had the same question. We wanted to know if other places were finding this same kind of problem. So we decided to pull an open records request looking at a state with similar size. So we looked to California, and we had some records sent to us from the California Correctional Healthcare Services, which provides data for the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. So from the start of the year to September 22nd, there had been 11 homicides there. For 2021 and 2022, there were 14 and 25 homicides each year, respectively. So this isn't an issue isolated to just Texas. Other states are experiencing the same kinds of things. The Federal Bureau of Prisons also went on a lockdown as well. So this is a problem that happens across prison systems in our country.
And Leigh, we mentioned in the story, this is the first lockdown since 2008. Your story tells what prompted this recent one, but what happened back in 2008?
So in 2008, it's really interesting what happened there. That lockdown was issued by then Governor Rick Perry. And so he had issued the lockdown because an inmate who was on death row used a contraband cell phone to call a state representative. Now, the reason all of this was so concerning back in 2008 is because when you think of death row, that's the highest level of security when it comes to TDCJ. So to have an inmate with an illegal cell phone illustrated that issue. Now in 2023, the rising violence, drugs, and other contraband were posing a real problem inside of TDCJ. But what actually sent things over the edge, there were 5 murders in the span of 5 days. And so that really forced officials with TDCJ to say, we need to act quickly. We need to stop this violence in its tracks.
Leigh, obviously a lockdown statewide is a big deal for a system as large as the one here in Texas for TDCJ. Were there any issues?
There were some issues. There were some things that they had to overcome when it comes to a lockdown. So the way that these lockdowns work, they need to take everyone by surprise. Not only those who need to know are the ones who are told about the lockdown before it happens. So one of the issues that arose in the first couple of days of this lockdown were issues with food distribution. So inmates were waiting hours longer to get their meals because those meals had to be prepared, then bagged, and then brought to the cells by staff. Now, normally that staff has some trusted inmates helping them in the kitchen with that prep. With a lockdown, the assistance is gone and that food needs to be hand delivered. So that proves problematic for the thousands and thousands of incarcerated people. But it was a problem that didn't last very long, and it was resolved within the first week of that lockdown and hasn't arisen again.
Well, thank you, Leigh, for joining us. And part 3 airs tonight.
Part 3 airs tonight at 6 o'clock. And we also have an online exclusive story, which is a part 4, which really highlights the rehabilitation that's happening inside of our prison system.
Awesome. All right, Leigh, thank you. You can find all the stories on KSAT.com by heading to our KSAT Investigates page. Thank you, Leigh.
Thanks.
Hello, everybody. Stefania Jimenez here. Thank you so much for watching KSAT's YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.